But now, with the one exception of the building that the company had, they're all now. But I always really are now. So, well, sadly, you probably wouldn't be surprised that two plants that the company had produced notebooks and notebook clothes.
Hello, everyone. Whoa, he's got me cranked up tonight. Welcome to the Two-Way Street Coffee House. My name is John. There will be a test. I say that every week, but you'll realize what's going to happen soon. We're hybrid again tonight. Cameras up in the box. Only sees the stage, except maybe Jerry here. If you're not supposed to be here, don't worry. We're a hardcore listening room, which means when Andy's playing or when I'm talking, we're quiet. Because you go out and play for me, and then I get the hook. My regular bouncer isn't here tonight. Her name, I just started this, her name is Betsy, a frail little woman, but don't mess with her. I do need to make a shout out to my two grandkids, Emma and Ben, if you're listening. They have a sleepover again tonight at our house. So, welcome Emma and Ben to the Two-Way Street Coffee House. Moving right along, all volunteer staff, been all volunteer staff forever, 52 years actually. And tonight we've got Joel doing sound. Jennifer and Tim are working the counter, and my name is? John. Yay, see, I told you there'd be a test. So tonight we've got Andy Cohen here with his sidekick, Dee Robinson, who will join him eventually here. There could be some flyers on the table. I'll let you see who's going to be here in the next few weeks. Maybe a little bit of bio on Andy. But you can always go to the twowaystreet.org website to figure out who's going to be here. Back in the olden days, people would just show up and say, who's playing tonight? Before internet and all of that, you know. Like I say, 52 years before all of the modern conveniences. So, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Do you think you want to play some music tonight?
I've been planning on it.
Oh, good. Well,
I've been thinking about it real deep. I've been studying on it.
Okay, well, why don't you take it away, buddy?
Yes, sir. Here we go. You didn't want me, why'd you tell me so? You didn't want me, why'd you tell me so? You didn't want me, why'd you tell me so? I won't be hanging round your door no more. Gonna ride the seaboard, either ride the blind. Gonna ride the seaboard, either ride the blind. Gonna ride the seaboard, either ride the blind. Ride that train called the CC line. CCNO's the best train ought to ride. CCNO's the best train ought to ride. CCNO's the best train ought to ride. The train you ride past satisfy your mind. I'm going up the country and my time ain't long. Going up the country and my time ain't long. Going up the country and my time ain't long. Going up the country, count the days I'm gone. Okay, now get out of here. My mother told me, so did father too. My mother told me, so did father too. My mother told me, so did father too. That CC road gonna be the death of you. I wonder where that engineer is gone. I wonder where that engineer is gone. I wonder where the engineer is gone. I feel like riding if it's all night long. Wham it! Takes a lot of planning. The very first, that was by Simmy Dooley and Pink Anderson. Pink Anderson. Pink Anderson is the Pink in Pink Floyd. Them Brits know their blues. Floyd is Floyd Council. Folklorist Kip Larnell was going to go out to see him the day he passed away. It's too bad, you know. Floyd Council, he was a good one. He's a good one. He's got some great 78s. The very first 78 of a black man playing a guitar and singing a song was Daddy Stovepipe in 1923. He was the song and dance man kind of opening act for Ma Rainey. He traveled with the tent show. He was born in Tuxedo Junction. That Tuxedo Junction, the same one Benny Goodman wrote about. Tuxedo Junction was the place where you'd get off the train if you wanted to go to Birmingham. You'd take your Saratoga trunk and load it into a horse and buggy and go to the hotel or whoever's house you were going to stay at. He was from there. He was born in 1867. So in 1923, he was in his 60s. When he was 15 years old, he lit out from Tuxedo Junction as fast as he could get out. And he went to Mexico when he put on a great big hat and he learned to play the guitar. And he learned to do the cucaracha and he learned to entertain people. And he did that for the rest of his life until Paul Oliver interviewed him when he was 97 years old in 1964. He passed away shortly thereafter. He was the first man, he was like the Willie Mays of blues. He was the first man to sing a song on a record, playing a guitar, the first black man to sing a song on a record. A blues song, Tuxedo Blues. Don't want no sugar stirred up in my life. Don't want no sugar stirred up in my rice. That long Georgiana stole my bow tie. Now I'm tired of sleeping out of this old briefcase. I'm tired of sleeping out of this old briefcase. Takes a great big daddy just to carry that case. Carry that case, okay. Oh, that's a heavy case. You got a case. It's trouble, trouble everywhere I go. Trouble, trouble everywhere I go. And if it wasn't for bad luck, I have no luck at all. Well, now you folks talk about trouble like you know what trouble really is, but I'm going to tell you about trouble because I was born in trouble, and I'm going to die in trouble, and I ain't had nothing but trouble in between. I'm in such trouble that if I go up the street walking fast, I'll run over something. And if I come down the street walking slow, something will run over me. And if I sit down, I'm in everybody's way. I'm in such hard luck that if my daddy was to die, they'd make a mistake and bury me. And if I was to haul off and die, they'd make me walk to the cemetery. I mean, I'm in such hard luck. If it was raining down soup at this very minute, all of y'all would have a spoon, I'd have a fork. See, I was born in hard luck. I was born for hard luck. I was born in the last month of the year, and the last week in the month, the last day in the week, the last hour of the day, last minute in the hour, last second of the minute, last half a degree of the second. Tell you the truth, I'm damn lucky I got here at all. Remember the first day I was born. 3 of us kids laying side by side on the bed. I heard some stomping around in the hall. My daddy come in, took one good look at us, calls out to my ma. She's in the kitchen getting dinner. He said, Liza, he says, come in here and pick out the one you want. We'll drown the rest of them. That's a good place to come from, nevertheless, but the land was so poor you had to put fertilizer around the telephone poles before you could speak over the wires. That's a fact. Windy? Oh my God, it was windy out there. It was so windy one time I looked out the back window, and there's a little old hen sitting on a fence post, and that wind was blowing so bad that hen laid the same egg 5 times. Didn't have a little age on me when my pa says, son, he says, I'm tired of feeding you around here. You want to get fed, you got to go feed yourself. He threw me out, and here's what's happened to me since. I've been balled down, I've been balled up, I've been knocked down, I've been squeezed, and I've been mooched, and I've been cheated. I've been held for excise, state dog, and syntax, been made to join the Society for John the Baptist, the DAR Women's Corpse, the Men's Stomach and Relief Corps. I've worked like heck, I've been worked like heck, I've been drunk. Got others drunk. I've been lied to and lied about and talked to and talked about and sung to and sung about and preached to and preached about and held up and hung up and doggone on and murdered, lost all I had and part of my furniture. And just because I want to spend some of that which I did earn and not have to go beg, borrowing and stealing, the only reason I'm sticking around here is to see what happens next. And if that ain't hard luck, just last Tuesday, I was standing out on the street corner one day minding everybody else's business. Along come a big old policeman, a very large policeman. This man was so large, he looked like a bale of cotton with the middle band busted. And he was so cross-eyed, you could stand in the middle of the week and look at 2 Sundays. I was in hard luck anyhow. I said, Mr. Policeman, can you tell me what time it is? Up came that headache stick and down across the top of my head. Car socket. He said, son, it just struck 1. Glad I wasn't here an hour ago. Walked on down the road, saw a crowd of people gathered up in front of the post office. There was a man, he had a monkey, had a barrel organ, grinding on a barrel organ, monkeys jumping up and down, people throwing dimes and quarters, dimes and quarters. I looked over, said I was that monkey. Man said, don't you worry, son. You hold my monkey till I go eat lunch. I said I didn't care if I didn't. There I was, grinding away on the barrel organ, the monkeys jumping up and down, people throwing dimes and quarters, dimes and quarters. Little gal come up with her mama. Mama give the little gal a nickel and said, now, take this nickel, give it to the monkey. And she looked at the monkey, and she looked at me. Mama, must I give this nickel to the monkey or to his daddy? Made me so mad I could eat fried chicken. Give me that nickel, kid. We pushed and we pulled. We wrestled and we tussled. Time I got that nickel away from that kid, the Indian was riding on the buffalo. I walked on down the road, walked into the railroad station, put my money up on the counter, said, give me a ticket. The man said, where are you going? I said, that ain't your business, just give me a ticket. I took my ticket, I walked on board the train, sat down, crossed my legs, lit up a cigar. In walked that same man with that same monkey, set him down on my lap, said, hold my monkey. I said, take this monkey out of my lap. Conductor, you allow monkeys on this train? He said, hush your mouth and ride on. Nobody will know you're on here. I went back and I sat down. I gave the monkey a cigar, and the two of us sat there smoking cigars. After a while, he began making significant gestures with his cigar, and I've been making significant gestures back at him. We worked it out. Turns out he was not only an amiable monkey, he was an educated fellow getting a degree in social psychology from the University of Chicago. Symbolic interaction is sociology school. Picked this guy up for a summer gig, work study. We sat there having a perfectly sane, intelligible conversation about Chicago politics. When that man reached into his inside lapel coat pocket and out come a bottle of White Lightning, took off the top, threw it out the window, drained the bottle in 3 swallows, threw it out the window, looked over to me and said, mister, you're ugly. You're the ugliest critter it's ever been my misfortune to meet. Not only you born in a forest full of ugly trees of an ugly mother who've been taking ugly pills for 9 months prior to your conception, let alone birth, but on the occasion of your natal event, you were struck full in the face by a lightning bolt full of ugly. They didn't just get you with the ugly stick, buddy, they got you with the whole tree. You're so ugly that when you were born, the doctor slapped your mother. You're so ugly that when you were a kid, your ma had to tie a pork chop around your neck to get the dog to play with you. Had to set you in a corner and feed you with a slingshot. Why, if I had a dog that looked like you? Oh, never mind. I said, mister, I'm so ugly, my old lady got to take me with her everywhere she goes because she can't stand to kiss me goodbye. But you're drunk. Well, I should hope so. You're ugly. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I won't be drunk anymore. You'll still be ugly. I'm getting tired of the big city lights, tired of the glamour and tired of the sights. In all my dreams I'm longing once more to be with you by that old river shore. I'm so sad and weary, far away from home. I miss the Mississippi and you. Days are dark and dreary everywhere I roam. I miss the Mississippi and you. Moving the wide world over, always alone and blue, so blue, it seems to cheer me everywhere I roam. I miss the Mississippi and you. Mockingbirds are singing round the cabin door. I miss the Mississippi and you, dear. Memories are bringing happy days of yore. I miss the Mississippi and you. Moving a wide world over, always alone and blue, so blue, longing for my homeland, muddy river shore. I miss the Mississippi and you. You're the lay-o, the lay-o, 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 Mississippi and you. I live in Memphis now, 10 hours south of here. And my hero is Memphis Minnie, of course. They used to say about Memphis Minnie, she could play as good as any man, which meant that she played twice as better. She could. And this song, which is all about a fellow he's living on 40 acres in a shotgun shack, and he has a cow, and the cow gets tired of eating the corn stubble because that's all there is. There's no Purina cow chow down there, So this poor fella, his cow wandered away yet, ain't had no sweet milk since his cow been gone. My cow better hurry home. Ain't had no sweet milk since she been gone. You better sue, cow sue. Most anything you will do. Ain't had no sweet milk since my cow been gone. Well, I fed her corn, I fed her wheat, I fed her everything that a cow can eat. You better sue, cow sue. Most anything you will do. Ain't had no sweet milk since my cow been gone. Well, I gave her wine, I gave her water, I gave her everything for her heart. A haul, I better sue, cow sue. Most anything you will do. Ain't had no sweet milk since my cow been gone. I got up this morning, went outdoors, saw my cow by the way she low. She better sue, cow sue. Most anything you will do. Ain't had no sweet milk since my cow been gone. Thank you kindly. Commercial. I got some CD back there. End of commercial. You ever wake up feeling cold in hand? Did you ever wake up feeling cold in hand? Did you ever wake up feeling cold in hand? Sign, baby, that your woman got another man. Right side jump. Flesh begin to crawl, my right side jump. Flesh begin to crawl. Flesh begin to crawl. Short side, baby, there's another mule kicking in my stall. I'm jailed, but I hate to see my children cry. Don't mind jail, but I hate to see my children cry. Don't mind jail. Took my right side jump. Flesh begin to crawl, my right side jump. Flesh begin to crawl. Right side jump, flesh begin to crawl. Short side, baby, there's another mule kicking in my stall. Kick now. Mr. Jailer Man, stop your man from tickling me under the chin. Tickling me under the chin. Stop your man under the chin. Keeps on tickling, sure gonna let him on in. 'Cause my right side jumped. Flesh begin to crawl, my right side jumped. Flesh begin to crawl. Kick now. As long as I'm in drop D. I'll do something a little out of character. What should I do that's out of character? It's called the Blarney Pilgrim. Mother may talk about you, sisters and your brothers too. Matter how you try to live, talk about you still. Bear this in mind, good friend is hard to find. Don't you mind people grinning in your face? Don't mind people grinning in your face. Brother, bear this in mind, good friend is hard to find. Don't you mind people grinning in your face? Jump you up and down, carry you all around. Soon as your back is turned, crush you to the ground. Bear this in mind, a good friend is hard to find. Won't you mind grinning in your face? Don't mind people grinning in your face. Sister, bear this in mind, good friend is hard to find. Don't you mind grinning in your face? Don't mind people grinning, people bear this in mind, good friend is hard to find. Yes, who keep a grinning in your face. Some time ago, quite a bit ago, God, it was over 40 years ago, I was living in Cullowhee, North Carolina. It's down by the Cherokee Reservation, south of Asheville, 7 miles from Silva, where they filmed the opening shot for Deliverance. And I got a chance to go all the way to Memphis from western North Carolina. That's like 500 miles, 600 miles, something like that. And play for 2 weeks in a newly opening club and make some actually money. I went there. And the gig got canceled. It didn't get postponed. So I spent a week helping a friend of mine, Gimmer Nicholson, who's a great guitar player, passed away some years ago. Helping, he had just inherited a boarding house from his aunt, and it was filled with the detritus of 1,000 transients, which we dutifully put in pickup trucks and dumpsters and trash barrels and worked our way all the way over to the final corner. There was one of them tail twister phonograph record players, you know. One of the big console kind, you know, that are made in the furniture store, like up in Grafton, you know. And we looked at each other. And we made a dive for it. We opened up the side panels where they kept the records. It was all the right records. But they's all wrong. There's all broken up and quarter moons out of them and all that stuff, crack. Wasn't a one that was good except for one. And that was only a little bit good. Because it was, you used to be able to go to the Greyhound station. When you're at the Greyhound station, you could make a record for $1.25. You remember that? You must not be old enough. You used to be able to do this. Go to the Greyhound station, the train station, and you could record yourself in a little recording booth and then mail it to your aunt or whoever. It was one of those. One record made on an aluminum disc about 7 inches, and it was covered on one side, only one side, with lacquer, just enough so that you could play it 3 or 4, maybe 5 times, and this one had obviously been played 6 or 7 times. So we found the sharpest needle we could, and we scraped it against the wall to make it a little sharper, installed it, cranked her up, and let her go. And this is what we got. The guy was an awful good picker. Down in Memphis, Tennessee, they got a little something for your memory. Everybody puffing that stuff. Better lay off of that stuff, gonna loop-de-loo. Everybody puffing that stuff. I got a gal upstairs and one across the street, and I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing all right. Everybody puffing that stuff. Can't get enough of that stuff, gonna loop-de-loo. Everybody puffing that stuff. Puff that stuff now. Better than whiskey, it's better than gin. Got some with you, well, come on in. Everybody puffing that stuff. Can't get enough of that stuff, gonna loop-de-loo. Everybody puffing that stuff. Nothing more than silver, more than gold. You don't like it, cause you done got old. Everybody puffing that stuff. Can't get enough of that stuff, gonna loop-de-loo. Everybody puffing that stuff. I don't know how long I've been up here, but it looks like about 40 minutes. Can I do one more?
Oh, please.
Let me put this one away and take that one. And actually, there was one I really wanted to do for you. In a little while, I'm going to bring Dee Robinson up here. I'm going to interview him, like I was a real folklorist. Because he has a very interesting story, which boils down to this. He plays this kind of music just because he likes to, and for no other reason. And it's been in his family for generations, and he picked it up. He's kind of like, finding Dee Robinson was kind of like finding the Holy Grail. He's what we're supposed to be doing. Instead of sitting here listening to somebody that's been doing nothing but this for 60 years, that's how long I've been doing this. Y'all should be home playing your ukuleles. What are you doing here? But the thing I like most about Dee is that he likes all the same guitar players I do. Ain't that something? Etta Baker, Mississippi John Hurt, Elizabeth Cotton, Reverend Gary Davis, Blind Blake, Blind Willie McTowell, Son House. He says his great-grandpa liked T-Bone Walker. We'll forgive him. It's going to take a minute. These old guitars get cranky. Come on, Grandpa. Get in tune. Sound about right? I can't tell anymore. If it wasn't for my hearing aids and the snark, I'd be out of business. It's a story all about Casey Jones. Casey Jones was a mighty engineer. His train was never late, it was never early, always right on time, every time, every single time, every single time, except that one time. That was the first time, that was the last time, because that time Casey's laying up in the South Memphis yard waiting for train time, and Mrs. Casey was having a bad time. Mrs. Casey had a dream, and in the dream, Casey had a wreck. Tied all the children to her apron string. Went on down to the South Memphis yard, down where Casey's engine was, number 382. She walked all around the yard with children following along. Looking for engine number 382. She found engine number 382. She found Casey. Laying up, waiting for train time. She hollered up in the cab. Say, Casey! Casey Jones! Don't leave me here. Casey Jones! Don't leave me here. Little children commenced to crying. Daddy, Daddy, don't leave us here. Daddy, don't leave us here. That's too much for Casey. Told his fireman. His fireman's name was Sim. He said, hit the bell, Sim. Let's go. There they go. Only one track going through that yard all the way through, you know, so all the trains got to take it coming and going, east and west, north and south. Track gets pretty tore up. Sounds like this. Case is going over trying to get out the yard. Hit that right-hand bend right around Germantown, go down over the Mississippi line. Everybody along the track knew Casey by the sound of his whistle. They heard him coming. Going by Byhalia. Olive Branch, Mississippi. That's where you get that good catfish, Olive Branch, Mississippi. Walls, Mississippi. Goodbye, Senatobia. Hello, Holly Springs. Heading for Tupelo. Only one one problem. Some fool left some sheep grazing on that railroad track. Casey blowed his whistle for him to get off the track. They wouldn't get off the track. He had to stop his train and run them off. I heard Casey when he was cutting down. Casey run down along the track where them sheep was. Go home, sheep. You got no business on my railroad track. So the sheep run home. Casey run back to his engine, jumped back up in the cab, threw the Johnson bar all the way back. He had to make up his time. Going so fast, the hobos wouldn't even mess with that train. Stand by the track with a hat in the hand. Cussing out them sheep, cause making them late. Doggone them sheep, doggone them sheep, doggone them sheep. Casey's engine running so fast till it looked like the big driving wheels in the back gonna catch up with little pony trucks in the front. Everybody along the track knowed Casey by the sound of his whistle. They heard him coming. They heard him coming so fast till they thought he was going to have a wreck. I heard one good Christian woman singing, Lord have mercy, save me, Lord. Lord, Lord, have mercy. Lord, save me, Lord. Casey had a wreck. Don't you go and have a wreck. Thank you very much.
Well, we'll take a short break. Washrooms are out the door and to the left. CDs are available on the counter. Jen and Tim would mind refilling your cups or getting you something else. So we'll be back for a whole different set, right?
A whole different set.
Oh, good. I say that every week, and sooner or later, nope, I just got one set. So, yeah, so we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we're going to get started. Your eyes are not deceiving you. There are now two guys on stage. So it's hard to believe it, but here we are with two guys on the stage. We got Andy, who we all heard from the first set, and then his buddy Dee Robinson is on the other side. You can tell the difference because Andy's got this little chin thing going.
And he's bald.
Well, follically challenged.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're going to get started next Friday, 8 o'clock, same stage, probably the same, hopefully all the same people come back, but we are going to hear the Song Sisters. And they played here before. They are very talented ladies. There's three of them. So the stage gets a little fuller. But yeah. What am I'm forgetting? I don't know what I'm, oh, I got it. Tomorrow is a sing-around, right?
There is a sing-around.
Sing-around tomorrow, 2 to 4 in this room. And it's a community sing-around, and you can come and listen. You can come and sing. You can bring an instrument and play. And you're leading that one, George?
I will be here.
Oh,
I actually have, I'll come late. Slavo Hanlon's gonna take over.
all righty. So yeah, there'll be a leader, and it's always a lot of fun. 2 to 4 in this room tomorrow. With all of that, you guys ready?
I was born ready.
Oh man. Well then, take it away, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dee Robinson. After my wife passed away a couple of years ago, I started a record label, and Dee was one of the people that I wanted to have on the label. And the reason is, he is by any definition that any folklorist or any anthropologist or any academic uses, Dee is a traditional player. He comes from Decatur, Illinois. These people came from Clarksdale, and they was playing back then. And he'll tell you all about it. And Dee plays just because he likes to. He just loves this music. He thinks it's the best. So Dee, can you tell me a little bit about the music in your family, and tell these folks a little bit about the music in your family, and how you came to play the kind of music that you like, and how you came to like it?
Well, I've heard it my whole life.
Yes, played the whole life. Yeah. You gotta bring that thing over. Can you adjust the mic? Can somebody adjust the mic so you can speak into it? There you go. Tell us a little bit about the musicians in your family and where they come from and where they've been.
Well, it goes as far back as North Carolina.
North Carolina?
My roots.
Your roots?
And then Mississippi, and then Missouri,
In Missouri?
and then Decatur.
And then Decatur. Did your whole family move, or was just parts of them moving?
Parts of the move.
Just parts of them moving, yeah. This was during what they call the Great Migration. Was it part of the Great Migration, or were you moving away from something?
Yeah, it was kind of rough. It was kind of rough back then for us.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And,
What
and
did your
raised a family in Mississippi?
what did your family do for work?
They were farmers.
Farmers.
Trade.
Did they farm on the share?
No, they had their own.
They had their own farm.
They had their own farms.
Yes. And, but it was just tough, huh?
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough back
You
then.
know. How big were the farms?
It was 180 acres.
180 acres. Mules? Did you use mules?
We had mules.
Did you ever have to walk behind the south end of a northbound mule yourself?
I've been a mule myself, so.
You've been a mule yourself.
Yeah.
Outside, we were. Dee played me a recording of his great grandfather playing guitar back around 1968 or 70.
Something like that.
So that's 50 years ago. And Dee was born after that.
I was born in 1975.
Yeah.
January
He's just
8th.
a kid. I'm going to turn 77 on Monday. I'm surprised I've managed to get this far, trust me. Who are your favorite players?
There's too many to name, but Mississippi John Hurt,
Well, that's one.
Etta Baker,
Etta Baker,
Libby Cotton,
Libby Cotton,
John Jackson.
John Jackson. I knew him.
Yeah,
He was a funny old man.
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And Robert Johnson,
Robert Johnson.
Son House, Charlie Patton,
Wow.
whole list of them. Too many to name.
Too many names. Except these are all the names I know. And this is what it means to me. I've been playing this music for 60 years, but he's been living it for his whole life. And that's a different thing. Dee hears things that I don't hear and can't hear. I couldn't any more be a blues man than I could be an Eskimo. Right? You know, once you get set, once you're an adult, you're really not that flexible, even if you're that flexible as a kid. So, my feeling is that we have sort of found in Dee, we've found what we're supposed to be. And I'm very happy to know you, man. I'm really happy to know you. So play these folks some music and tell them about the songs as you go. Dee's just an instrumentalist. He doesn't do no singing, no talking or nothing. He just plays the damn music.
Well, this is a Railroad Bill. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I heard it, so I liked it.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something about Railroad Bill. There's hundreds of verses to Railroad Bill, and Sparky Rucker did a whole paper supported by the We Shall Overcome Fund to collect those 100 verses of Railroad Bill. Where we got Railroad Bill was off a record called Instrumental Music of the Southern Appalachians, and Mrs. Etta Baker was the player, so take it away. So,
Well, the next one is Bully of the Town.
with Bully of the Town. Is this where'd you get this one? Did you get that? Is that on the same record? Or is that on a different Etta Baker record?
It's on One Dime Blues. One Dime Blues.
One Dime Blues.
Mm-hmm. And it was made way back to, I don't know exactly when, but it was made quite a bit back.
Okay.
And so I heard that song. I liked it. It kind of reminded me of myself.
Ah. So how did you learn to play? I mean, did your great grandpa teach you?
He passed in 1980, and I was only 5 years old. So
Oh my
he
God!
didn't teach me.
I'm so sorry.
He didn't
I
teach-
wish I'd have met him.
He didn't get time to teach me. You know.
Yeah,
He was already 84 years old when I came here, so
yeah,
he only
man.
had 5 or 6 years left. So
yeah.
he didn't teach me.
So how did you learn?
My ears.
You just learned it?
Yep.
One. That like picking up the needle and putting it back.
Well, yeah, that and the CD.
That and the CD on CD. He's a modern man. I had to pick up the phonograph arm and put it back. If I wanted to hear it again. I tried slowing the records down to 16, but they didn't make any sense. Now you can do that with a CD. You can slow it down, and it'll stay at the same pitch. But if you slow a record down, an LP down, it'll just go slower. Can I request that One Dime Blues?
Sure.
This is my favorite number. It was first recorded in 1926 by Lemon Jefferson, and Etta Baker picked it up. I think she may have actually met Lemon. She kind of says that she did. She hints that she met him.
She didn't say his name, though.
Yeah.
She didn't mention no names, but yeah, it sounded like it.
Yeah.
Trying to get back home.
Yeah. This is the famous One Dime Blues. the horn down. There's one part to that. I've been trying to play it for 35 years and I still don't get it. I'm going to have him teach it to me. Well, who else you like? You got things you play by different. See, the thing is, everything he plays, it's a classic. And he doesn't sing. I can't get him to sing. All right. I asked an old fellow one time, did you learn by note? And he said, there ain't no notes on the guitar, you just play it. And one time this was back in Cullowhee, it was 50 years ago, in the 70s, and I was running a folk festival. And one of the old janitors, oh yes,
Oh, thank you.
one of the janitors from the university came up to me. He said, "You got it running that fiddle contest?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I am." I said, "Are you going to play?" He said, "No, I'm not going to play, but you better get my cousin. He's a good musician, and he plays it right. He plays it right." And I love that. I love that. And I run into somebody like Dee. I know that he's a tradition bearer and he plays it right. He takes care with his melodies and stuff.
Try my best.
You got something by it? Which one's that?
Boats Up the River.
Boats Up the River.
John Jackson.
That's it. That's right. That's right. I think I have to learn that one. So how do you pick the ones that you want to learn?
Well, see, I take them apart.
You take them apart?
Mm-hmm. Measure by measure.
Measure by measure.
I take them apart, and then I put them back together.
That's the hard way.
Like a puzzle.
Yeah.
I do things the hard way. That's my problem. Just,
So, do you explore this old time music? You know.
I started exploring when I was probably 7 or 8.
Uh-huh.
Then once I got like 24,
Yeah.
I really got dug down into it. Like Mississippi John Hurt, I played none but his tune for like 5 years straight.
Really?
None but his.
Nothing but him.
Until I learned him, yeah.
What do you know by Mississippi John Hurt?
He was probably half my size. From Mississippi. And he used 3
Uh-huh.
fingers.
Yeah.
And he was from Mississippi. Avalon, Mississippi.
Avalon, Mississippi. It's down by Greenwood. It happens that it's 7 miles from Money, Mississippi.
Yeah.
That's where Emmett Till met his end. Was right
Yeah,
near where Mississippi
very
John Hurt grew
sad
up.
ending for him, that
So-
young fella.
You know, you can imagine what life was like down there.
He was rough, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. You know. Do you know, like, can you play through Candyman? Do you know Candyman?
I know Candyman.
Sound more like John Hurt than John Hurt did. So, let me ask you this. This stuff that you're playing by Etta Baker and John Hurt, do you consider that blues?
Yes
You do.
and no. It's blues, but it's not like, Robert Johnson, Sunhouse, Charlie Patton, Delta blues.
Uh-huh.
But it is classified as blues in my
Right.
book.
But it's still blues.
More like folk blues, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Does it?
Spike Drivers.
This is another Mississippi John Hurt song, Spike Driver Blues. It's a long way from Colorado to my home, to my home, to my home. It's a long way from Colorado to my home, to my home, to my home. Long can't kill me, can't kill me, can't kill me. This old hammer kill Well, John Henry can't kill me. You can't kill me. Oh, yeah. And, oh, what else can we show them? Do you know things by the thing that I brought Dee to a recording studio and I had him play a bunch of this stuff. So like 37 tunes in 2 days. He just wouldn't stop. And I think I'm going to put out an instruction record. This is all the guitar parts to all of the classics in the country blues literature. Do you know, well, what do you know by Reverend Davis?
He played a mean guitar,
That he played a mean guitar, yes.
and he was blind,
Yeah.
and he come out of South Carolina, and he was a Baptist minister.
Yep.
And among the guitars I've ever heard, he's probably in the top
Yep.
3.
Do you know any of his tunes?
I know some of them.
You know something? Oh, do you know that? Well, yeah. He wouldn't sing blues, so this is totally appropriate. he would talk his way through blues. Reverend Davis would. You know, his sister Annie would get on him. But this is Now, old man Peter was a fine old man. Washed his face in a frying pan. Combed his hair with a wagon wheel. Died with a toothache in his heel. Where'd you get your liquor from?
Man downtown.
So, do you know any of his gospel pieces, or do you just avoid those?
It's been a very long time since I played one of those. And I wouldn't want to mess it up.
You wouldn't mess it up,
I wouldn't
okay.
mess it up.
How about the Hesitation Blues? You know that one?
Some of it.
He was practicing that one a couple of months ago. So. blues.
My Deep River Blues.
That's by Doc Watson.
Yeah, it's a great song, though.
It is it. It's
I haven't
a great
learned that
song.
one yet.
Do you know that one, Deep River Blues?
I haven't learned it yet. I haven't worked on it yet.
Oh, I've worked on a little. Can I?
Might remind me. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
can play it.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a bunch of ways to play it. I do that just because I can.
It's on the song.
The thing is, it
Yeah,
looks
yeah, he
a
must
lot
be trying
harder
to
than it
sing.
is. Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't know why everybody can't do this. You know, I mean, spend 40 years doing something if you can't do it. Which one's this?
Well, I played for you yesterday. I just made up.
Oh, an original tune. Ladies and gentlemen, Dee's Rag. Well, okay. I don't know how long we've been up here. We should probably do a couple more and let these poor folks go home. Do you have work to do tomorrow? Yeah.
How about let's see. How about Joe Turner?
Joe Turner, yeah. That's a good one. That's the Big Bill Broonzy? The Big Bill Broonzy one?
Mississippi John.
Oh, there's more than one Joe Turner. This is the Mississippi John Hurt one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it. Thank you so much for coming out and being so supportive. I know this is a little unusual to have, you know, a folklore interview when you're expecting a singer-songwriter, but this is the real stuff. This is Dee Robinson is. So, thank you all very much for your kind support.
Appreciate it.
You'll be hearing more from us.
Oh, good. All right. They kind of snuck up on me when I wasn't looking, but here we are. So, like I say, tomorrow sing around, 2 to 4. Next Friday, Song Sisters. But, gentlemen, nobody gets out of the coffee house without an encore.
Okay.
So, just
Can
by
I borrow your
chance,
guitar?
just by chance, would you might have one more? I always fear when they go, nope, I'm out. So far, that hasn't happened, so,
You're going to have to help us out with this.
uh-oh. All right, take it away, Andy.
You want to put the strings up here?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. You got that?
Bust it out with the finger picks.
I did kind of a study of how blues players use their hands. And one of the things I found in my study was that for 94 blues singers that I had, 2 of them used more than one finger. Their thumb and one finger. So I practiced, and I got to where I didn't need that other finger. But I do need you. Oh, glory, how happy I am. Oh, glory, how happy I am. My soul been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Glory, hallelujah. When I was out in the world of sin, I had no one to call my friend. Jesus came and he taken me in. Glory, hallelujah. Took my feet out the miry clay, put them back on the rock to stay. I'm so glad I can say, glory, hallelujah. Oh, 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 glory, how. Oh, glory, how. My soul is washed in the blood of the Lamb. Glory, hallelujah. When I had no home to claim, I began to call on Jesus' name. He saved my soul from sin and shame. Glory, hallelujah. Stand back, Satan, get out of my way. I don't want to hear another word you say. I'm on my way to the King's highway. Glory, hallelujah. Oh, glory, how. Oh, glory, how. My soul been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Glory, hallelujah. One day when Jesus was passing by, set my sinful soul on fire. He made me laugh, made me cry. Glory, hallelujah. I'm fire baptized, Holy Ghost Glory, hallelujah. Whoa, oh, 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 glory, how. Oh, glory, how. My soul been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Glory, hallelujah. Now I know a story that's mighty swell. Sweet little story that I love to tell. Jesus saved my soul from hell. Glory, hallelujah. Took me in through his open door. Said, go your way. Sin no more, I'm on my way. The upper bright shore. Glory, hallelujah. Whoa, oh, 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 glory, how happy I am. Oh, glory, how happy I am. My soul been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Glory, hallelujah. Oh, 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 glory, how happy I am. Oh, glory, how happy I am.